Clashers, Ash Lane here, coming at you today, highlighting what I think will be a nice, simple deck that is centered around one specific card, and that is the XBOW. So you can see this player here, player profile, he's only level 10, he's in the top 100, he's using the XBOW in his deck, so we're going to go ahead and try to build the same deck, emulate this, and hopefully win. So let's first watch his replay, and we'll give a little bit of a commentary play-by-play, and we'll try to see how he won with this deck, with the cards in the deck. So here we go. He has the Inferno Tower, the Bomber, the Barbarian, and the Minion to start out this hand. And he starts with the Inferno Tower. Always a good move. You want your opponent to make the first play, ideally, but hey, sometimes the best play is just building up a defensive unit. You can see your Elixir has already had time to recoup, and now he's playing at an Elixir advantage, which is where you always want to be in this game. So the Bomber's going to do some damage here, there. Then he builds his first XBOW. So the first XBOW is going to be in that left lane, and he has the arrows up. They're going to counter the minions, and he's going to get a few hundred hit points, it looks, off this left tower. So that is a good start here for our player Blue. Now the Hog's coming, and a counter to the Hog would be the Barbarians. So what it looks like this player is doing here, can't pronounce the name, apologies, is going ahead and using that XBOW as the main offensive weapon. Feels a little bit cheesy, but hey, that's what the episode's about. It's all about the cheese. People are going to use the XBOW. You're going to have to learn how to use it too. And when you learn how to use a card, oftentimes you also learn how to defend against a card. So you can see Ashley's deck here. She's sitting on the Poison Spell, the Wizard, the Barbarians, and the Prince. And then we have the Inferno Tower selected. Again, we're going to build the Inferno Tower, and you can see how that causes some major problems for Ashley. Now, maybe she could drop the Minion Horde on that Inferno Tower, but you can see we have a Minion Horde of our own if we want to use it. So the Inferno Tower is down, but the Bomber is actually going to do a great job defending against those Barbarians. Every deck, in my opinion, unless it's really a real specialized deck, every deck should either have a Wizard or a Bomber, because it's great to have that splash damage on your side to defend against the Barbarians, which are so popular in the game. And then, of course, splash damage works great against, minion hordes and skeleton armies and any type of, small squishy unit. So now another Inferno Tower built on the blue team. And we already have one tower down, so we're going to counter minions with minions. We do have the arrows as well. He also used those, and then it's going to be another poison spell to deal with. So the poison spells, we just kind of let those linger. We just don't play cards there for a bit. He plays a Hog, but the Barbarians are going to be able to stop that Hog. Even with the Fireball coming our way, we are full again on Elixir. At this point, it's going to be XBOW time. So XBOW's on the board. Barbarians are guarding the XBOW. The Bomber is also guarding the XBOW. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll play the Bomber. Maybe I'll switch the Bomber out. I'm not sure about the Bomber. I might go with the Wizard instead. But I do want to play this deck because it's a simple and basic deck that obviously actually wins, and it's proven right there on TV Royale in the leaderboards. So let's go ahead and see what these cards are. Make sure we get it right. Always important. Try to memorize the cards like the memory game. So let's see. We need arrows. We need, was there a fireball? No, just the arrows, right? Rocket. And we need the Inferno Tower. So we have arrows, rocket, Inferno Tower. We have the tombstone. We need the Bomber. We'll bring Bomber in. And then we'll go ahead and use Minion, Horde, and XBOW, right? So XBOW is up. What else do I need? Oh, can I upgrade? 203? Yes, I can. Level 5 XBOW, baby. Hopefully that will help us win a match or two. Baby Dragon and Barbarians are the cards that I need, right? Is that, or the Minion Horde? You know what? I'm going to play Minion Horde instead of the, okay, no, this is right. This is right. Okay, good. So this was the deck, it looks like. Bomber, I got my Minion Horde, I got my everything else, Rocket, Tombstone, arrows. Let's go ahead and play, guys, and see how I do with the XBOW in the deck. So this is the deck, and let's go ahead and see if we can get a match here. Level 10, boo. I get so bummed out on mismatches. But I did get my level 5 epic on the XBOW, and that is going to be our main weapon. That is indeed the focus of the episode today. So let's concentrate on that XBOW. I'm going to start things out with a tombstone because I really didn't have anything else to play there. Ooh, I'm playing the Hog and the Dark Prince. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of speed in this enemy's deck. So let's go ahead and try to be ready for it. So some barbarians going, backed up by a bomber, and he has a bomber tower too. That's going to be tough to combat. So let's build our first XBOW, see what he has for an answer for it. Now, he has a prince, and I don't really have anything to combat that prince. So now we're going to have to worry about the prince, actually, rather than the XBOW. So that was a bad exchange. Oh, and then he has the freeze spell. Oh, no. This was not a good start on my part. I should not have played that XBOW when I did. That was poor elixir usage and poor choice on my part there. So let's see if we can recoup and recover here. The game is still early on, only a minute and 10 seconds. So that is a what not to do in this deck. You don't want to build your XBOW. I kind of got a little XBOW happy. I wanted to feature the card so badly. But hey, you got to learn by trial and error at the same time, learn by experience, right? So what you don't want to do is build your XBOW when you're going to have no elixir left to defend it. He was easily able to take out my XBOW using a Prince card, and then he was able to take out my tower using that same Prince and a freeze spell. So now I'm going to go ahead and play things a little bit safer, hopefully a little bit smarter here. So the Barbarians are already on the board, so I'm low on elixir, but the Barbarians were also already leading the way. And he's playing this deck. The deck is so popular. I'm going to do an episode, if I haven't already. Not sure when I'm going to release this because I am pre-recording today's episode, at least. And the idea here is that you're going to, with this Prince, Hog, and Dark Prince, there's always going to be something moving fast coming at you, so you always have to be on your toes. Now, this bomber tower is doing a great job at distracting my XBOW. My XBOW is basically negated, so far at least. I used the arrows there, thinking that he might drop some Spear Goblins or something. I don't even think he has Spear Goblins in this deck. Way to go, Ash. So another freeze spell. The one thing about Tombstone, it is good against this deck. I don't think it's going to get too much more damage done to my towers, but unfortunately, I have barely been able to touch him here. Let's see if I can get something going just to have some damage on those towers, because it was not the first match that I wanted here to illustrate the power or the usefulness of this deck. So we're definitely going to play another match. Hopefully we win that one. Otherwise, I'll scrap this whole episode. Okay, I'm just joking. I don't scrap episodes. But you can see the idea of how we're going to build that XBOW foundation. We don't want to do what I just did there, so that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to keep that in there as an example of what not to do. Wink, wink. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a better match, or maybe at least an even match would be good. So let's see. Another level 10. Womp womp. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually win this one. Another starting hand pretty similar to the last one with the Inferno Tower being the obvious play. So we'll go ahead and play the Inferno Tower. And he's coming at me with a Witch. I'm going to rocket the Witch. But maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hey, my bad moves continue, ladies and gentlemen. So why did I rocket so early? I could have rocketed, or so late rather. I should have rocketed the Witch. A very easy play there, and I blew it. So the Princess and the Ice Wizard. Oh no, I feel like I'm going against a really powerful deck here. He has both the legendary cards leveled up a little bit, and my XBOW is going to do some work here though. On the right, and this is perfect. The Barbarians, see, this time I actually waited till I was good on Elixir. I used my Barbarians to actually counter that Hog Rider, and then the Baby Dragon's going to be locked onto those Barbarians. I end up getting a decent amount of hit points off that right tower, so that's a good start for us, especially considering the deck he's playing. Kind of scary with the two legendaries and a bunch of fast-moving units. So we did the, okay, don't need the Tombstone there. I had it ready. Didn't need it. Instead, I thought about arrowing. I might arrow here. I probably should have done it a little bit earlier. Sometimes you just drop those arrows in pure anticipation because, you know, you feel like you have a strong push going on. You don't want anything to ruin it, so you can take a gamble and cast the card a little bit early. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw this Dark Knight into the center of the map using the skeleton, using the Tombstone, I was going to say, and lead him into my Inferno Tower. But either way, the Inferno Tower still did the job. This princess, you can't leave her unchecked too long. I have the 1 tower lead against a guy who's higher level than me, so I'm definitely going to play defense and not worry too much about offense unless he really brings a lot of, brings the pain, as the kiddos used to say in 1995. So we'll go ahead and put the XBOW there in the left-hand lane. The XBOW's good in the left because sometimes it will even target the witches coming in or the troops coming in from the right, so that's nice. And then once the XBOW's done there, then it will focus on that tower. So the XBOW is a good unit, both defensively and offensively. We'll go ahead and do the same combination we did earlier, guys. We placed the XBOW, we waited a little bit, we had the Barbarians. The Barbarians is going to distract, that baby dragon, and then he gets my right tower, but I get his left. So we trade off there. Only 19 seconds left in the match. Feeling pretty good about this one, guys. I think this is how it's done. If you want to play an entry level, an early and easy level deck using the XBOW, maybe you just got it unlocked, want to try it out, try this deck. It's a pretty basic deck, but it's pretty effective as well, and we just picked up an underdog win, so we'll take that. We'll say good game, and guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm honored you decided to spend a little bit of your day with me. So guys, thank you, and take care.